All right, so here we are once again. Let's try this again. New setting, more intimate setting. Podcast, Untitled God is Dope podcast or God is Dope Untitled podcast?
I think it was God is Dope Untitled
podcast. Okay, cool. Episode.
I think it's 18. If you count the last one, I think this would be 18.
The one we didn't put out?
Yeah, the awesome one.
Yeah, we'll just do 17.
Okay.
We're gonna try to we trying to come back, man. We've been doing the start and stop thing for a while, and it's something that people really apparently look forward to, and it was helping a lot of people out. So yeah, this is us, giving it another crack because we was pretty consistent with the last one, like 2-3 times a week, getting them out, but. We're back, and we're going to give you guys a little 2-minute interlude intro as far as, like, what they missed out on, right?
Yeah.
Last year we stopped around, 2 years ago. Not last Black Friday, but the Black Friday before
2018 Black Friday.
2018 Black Friday was probably the last podcast you guys saw from us, outside of the little fluke one that we did in the dungeon. And what have we been doing since then? Like, what has been some pretty big days or pretty big flops from us? Just real quick.
So we did a lot better with the Facebook, Instagram advertising.
Okay, we incorporate Facebook and Instagram, and we probably like tripled the company's revenue, monthly revenue, consistently. We're gonna get it. I think we can touch on that type of stuff later in later podcasts.
Yeah.
Because last time we talked about it for like 20 minutes, and it was like, So we tripled our revenue, monthly revenue, with like using the Facebook ad manager. What else did we do?
In like order?
Not necessarily order.
Okay. We had like a really big day. Well, each time was the biggest day ever, but we had like the maroon and orange collection was a huge day.
Oh, yeah, the maroon and orange collection was a big day, and then the restock was an even bigger day.
Yeah.
And we figured out something with that, We figured out something with dropping hoodies on Friday, like, dropping stuff on Friday for the first time, which we never really did.
Yeah, 1999 hoodies.
We did like 180,000 that day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that was the biggest day up until Mamba, the Kobe thing.
Did the maroon and orange restock do more than that? Because that was after the hoodies. I think it was the hoodies thing first, and then the maroon and orange.
Oh, yeah.
Every
and then
drop
Kobe.
was always
bigger than the next, with the exception of like the Love collection or something.
And the white on white one wasn't the biggest.
Yeah, it wasn't. But yeah, so yeah, we went through that type of stuff.
A lot of changes in the factory.
A lot of changes in the factory. Trial and error. This Black Friday, Cyber Monday was our biggest revenue wise, but our worst organization wise, as far as like being prepared. And just we dealt with that. Customer service issues. We got through it. Figured out marketing plans to come out of that with the 3 to 5 day guarantee, shipping your money back. What else did we do? I guess we could just lead up until now, like the day before, last week when we did
we added text messages.
Oh yeah, we added text messages. So this is all the type of stuff we're going to talk about, throughout different episodes, and tell y'all how to, maybe we can pick certain stuff to focus on for that episode, and bring experts in and whatnot, that can help us with that. We haven't been doing that much shade room stuff.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and that's something that we basically survived off of.
Yeah, it was a lot of the last podcast was talking about shade room.
Yeah,
and like how we were talking about yesterday, this entrepreneurial brunch, that was like a big topic.
Yeah,
influencers,
and now it's like it doesn't even exist in the company. So yeah, a lot has changed, and not saying that shade room ads don't work. I think they still work the same. We just literally haven't done them. You've been requesting to do them, but.
Yeah, I think we could give another try, see if we get the similar kind of return on investment that we were getting in the past. Be interesting.
Yeah, it's because what happened was I think we was just on there too often, before, and we never took a L, but we wasn't getting the same 2,000, 40,000 return.
Yeah.
But even if we're not taking an L, if we getting the 8 to 10 ROAS on that, then I think it still makes sense. So, and that's something that we really definitely have a budget for. Now. Before it was just like, it was like iffy. It wasn't iffy, but it was just like, we looked at it as being the full budget for ads. Like nowadays, that would be, even though we've dumbed it down, but like when we operate in that full capacity with we able to have more than 10 people in the factory at one time, that would be, 10 to 20% of what we spend on a daily basis.
Yeah, for anyone watching this in the future, this is currently in the COVID-19 times, quarantine times.
Yeah. This is the quarantine episode.
Yeah. So we've been dealing with that in the factory, so that's kind of slowed stuff down.
A lot. Had to add a second shift. Like normally we fit all those people in one shift with no problem.
Yeah. So before we get into like what we did with the $6 teas, I think we should introduce Tori because this week we got a new guest or a new co-host or whatever you want to call it. So you guys probably wonder who this guy is right here. Tori is a guy that has his own brand, One Mission, and he would eventually, he would periodically ask me for advice. I think you paid for one of these entrepreneurial brunches before. Jay think you're a sucker for doing that. Apparently yesterday he's talked about it, but
I said I wouldn't do that.
No, but you got something out of it though, right? Yeah. Regardless of what Jay say, I think if she was on the other foot, if Jay wasn't internally working and he was starting the brand, he would definitely, because you got to think.
No way, man.
You got to think about when you was an intern, Jay, when you came in here and you was bright-eyed.
Yeah, I interned and I paid for the information with my time.
Okay, cool.
But.
Okay, cool. So,
in a sense,
different ways, yeah.
Yeah.
You definitely, how long was your internship? 3 months?
It was something like that. It was like
8 hours a day?
Months. No, not 8 hours a day. It was like after school here and there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it came out cheaper.
Right, yeah. You came out cheaper than Jay.
Yeah. Okay,
cool. So, because he might be like, I've never freaking interned for nobody.
True. Yeah.
So, so Tori came in, entry-level position on the table. It's funny, I was looking at footage the other day, and he was Tori back there screen printing. So it was funny. I was just looking at old school footage. And he came in and just, worked his butt off, worked out deals, got better pricing for certain stuff, figured out how he could, benefit just off using his brain more so than his, manual labor. And long story short, he worked his way up to the point where he's just like literally running everything with the exception of, marketing. And we moved Jay to a field that, he originally wanted to be in before he was like forced into.
Yeah, I came to God is Up to do marketing, and I ended up doing operations and everything. So now Tori relieved me of that duty for me to focus on marketing.
Yeah.
But we collab on basically everything. Yeah. If Tori needs help in something, I'll help him. And if I need some constructive criticism with marketing, he's there.
Yeah. I think we got a nice family, of people that do stuff. For a while, like when it's tricky when you use your brain, people like, because people probably look at me as like I don't do nothing. I'm just the boss, You know what I'm saying? It's like, but like internally, like if what's going on, and a lot like obviously that's expected of me, and people think the same way. Jay is like Jay don't do nothing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When I first came in, they was like, man, Jay don't do nothing. Who is Jay?
Right. But it's like like it's I think it's just levels to it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like
I do plenty.
Yeah, Jay does. Yeah, he does. Like people people that know, like people like our viewers and everybody, they understand the role Jay plays. And he was he was wearing multiple hats back when we was first doing the podcast because he was having to be over the factory and like, control like the marketing and stuff like that. So it wasn't necessarily packing orders and making shirts and doing stuff like that, but it was just a lot of, like it's a lot of mental stress.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
I know people looking at me at this point where it's like,
yeah,
what Tory do?
Tory don't do
like,
yeah.
No, it's way harder than the manual part.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just something that, I want to be more candid on, on this go around as far as like, issues and stereotypes and stuff like that, how people will view, us and things like that. But cool. So yeah, you got anything to say about yourself, Tory?
Man, you said it all. Just came in, work. I don't really like doing the physical work too much, so I had to learn quick to.
Now you definitely
figure
you played it off. You act like you did. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, what happened? The folding, the tagging, and packing orders wasn't the problem. When I got on the screen print machine, I'm like, all right, that's it.
Is it? Yeah, it's like, let me figure something else out. Yeah. What was your first impression of Tory J?
Really quiet, but I felt like because I knew from like previous conversations of who Tory was that he had a brand. I felt like if he and I think we had spoken a little bit about it, and it was like you told me a little bit about the kiosk and stuff, and I was like, okay, so he's like doing well for himself. So probably taking the same approach I took, like interning, like let me just come into the situation and be a sponge,
right?
Learn as much as possible. But he definitely like took the bull by the horns and like change some stuff, and like sometimes it takes like an outside perspective to come in and be like me and you might think it's okay, like we got a system, and then someone's like, wait.
Yeah.
Like brand new to this, and it's like, no, this probably should be a little different.
Yeah.
So I think it was a huge addition.
Yeah, because he hit me for like, was it a month?
Yeah, definitely.
He would hit me like, like I get a lot of, phone calls, DMs, text messages. I want to work. I want to do this, and but he stayed consistent, and I think randomly I was just like pull up, like. Come on, let's try this out. And yeah, it was, it was a great decision. So yeah, Tory is a member now. And yeah, you'll be seeing a lot more of him. So moving on to present day, what we're dealing with today. You want to talk about the stuff we were talking about yesterday first?
Like the Drake stuff?
Yeah.
Let's leave that a little later.
Okay, later. Okay, cool. Just don't forget.
I won't forget.
Okay, so today, COVID-19, coronavirus, lockdown, like to the. I'm not even sure we're supposed to be working, but we found a loophole where we're a shipping and packing company.
Yeah, shipping and packing is considered essential work in Atlanta.
Yeah, and it's clothing, which is essential.
That part, that's not
clothing
accurate.
is not like food, clothing, and shelter are the three.
Okay, yeah, but it's not like the mall isn't open and like retail stores for clothes aren't open. Okay. But so our store is closed,
right?
But our fulfillment center.
It's like Amazon.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. No, it's like that's what it is.
Yeah. I got it like made up in my mind that if anybody, I got it down how I'm gonna, approach the situation. Like everything I'm gonna say word for word if a police officer was to stop me. It's like, hey, this is a real thing. Like people need this. Right, Jay?
Yeah, no, I think it's a good argument. But within the law, I think like we do ship packages. We ship thousands of packages a day. We are a shipping company. Say
that again, Jay. We do what a day?
We ship thousands of packages.
Yeah, thousands. It's crazy to go from
like high thousands, like almost tens of thousands.
Yeah, to go from where we were a year ago to where we are now. And shout out to Elle. You remember Elle? Mm-hmm. She spoke that into existence. She said she was in the factory one night, and she's a visionary. Scary. She was like, she just like stepped out of the room, and she was just like, nah, this ain't it. You ever experienced like L's like genius? She's like, no, this ain't it. She like, I just see so much more. And I'm like listening. I'm like, really? You know, she's like, oh, she's like, no, you don't understand. She's like, this is, and I'm thinking we doing pretty good.
No, I get it, but I think if you look at a graph, like a business, from a business perspective, it shows that even this isn't it. Like,
Yeah. Well, I mean, she was just speaking on like, like more from a spiritual standpoint.
I like it though.
And, it came to pass. So I don't know. Elle, you got anything else you want to say? What's next? But, okay, cool. Present day. We're in this, epidemic stage, and we're still having the best days that we've ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Does that shock you?
It did at first, like, because I expected it to slow down with people, losing jobs, not being able to pay bills and stuff.
Yeah.
Money slowing down for a lot of people. I thought, buying a shirt probably be lower on the list of priorities when you got to go to the store, get food.
Right.
But turns out people are just shopping a lot. And not.
Do you think it's that, or do you think we adjusted? As far as like, did we make the adjustment right away, or is it just people are bored?
What do you mean adjustment?
Did we make the adjustment as far as because the sale wasn't necessarily related to Corona? You know what I'm saying, like the April Fool's sale.
Are you talking about specifically the sale, or like just our? No, I'm talking about like our normal days, like leading up to the sale, because even then. We were having like the best days.
Yeah, and that was explained through like the Facebook thing, where it's more people are seeing it because like talk about that.
Yeah, so what I was talking about was leading up to the sale, we were having some of the best days of return on our investment on Facebook and Instagram ads because.
And I thought it was weird, and then you broke it down as to why that was going on.
Yeah, so usually during normal times, let's say a couple months ago, we would spend if we spend $1,000, we would probably max out ROAS, like the return would be about $10,000.
Mm-hmm.
But Corona started happening. We kept that budget at about $1,000, and we were expecting it to drop some. Like I explained, I thought people were just gonna not shop really.
Yeah.
But what's happened is a lot of small businesses are pulling out of the Facebook and Instagram ad game right now because they can't afford to pay people, unfortunately. But businesses like ourselves that are still doing well and operating, what happens there is like the market opens up for us. So when there's less players in the market, our dollar goes further. Where when there's more players in the market, the dollar's only worth so much.
Right.
Like right now, we're getting for $1, we're getting about $2 to $3 worth of value.
Right.
So it leads to having us spending $1,000 and getting back $13,000 to $14,000. I think was the highest on a day.
Right.
So it's like kind of like an extra boost in that sense.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That leads into us having like the biggest, well, not like, but the biggest day ever by far.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So, and the thing about it, like, we did 630,000, right? So we did the $599 sale. We made 630,000, right?
And that was like, I'm kind of wanting to count in, like that was Wednesday, and I want to count into Thursday because we didn't start until like noon.
No, yeah, it was at 12 o'clock.
We usually would start like 7 or 8.
Well, but, I mean,
because we did 60,000 the next day.
We did 60. I think we did like 80.
Oh no, you're right. 82.
Yeah. But we stopped that at what, 8, 10, 12?
No, it was early.
We stopped at 8 a.m. You can see it.
We stopped it at 8 a.m.
Yeah, because I had.
That's like, bro, that would have been $1 million in 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I woke up at 5 in the morning. It was already at 50,000. I'm like.
Yeah.
So the total revenue for, let's just count both days, April 1st to April 2nd, because that's not even a full 24 hours.
Right.
That was 703,000 and some change.
So 700,000 in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So think about that. So let's go back to the 630, right? Because it was a number I had in my head. Mm. So 630. Our previous day before that, like literally less than a month, one of our biggest days was like the restock when we did 200,000. Mm-hmm. Right? And then we did the Kobe collection, which was
390
some thousand, right?
Mm-hmm.
We reached the Mamba collection plus our previous biggest day combined in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's like, you know, that's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to Tori. I think you was on the live when I was just like, at this point, it's not necessarily about the money. It's just about us like being better than ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
like,
I remember you saying that.
you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm not trying to get this money to go buy a new car or buy a new chain or buy whatever. Like when we do it,
like a new high score.
Yeah, it's like we're playing like Pac-Man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, okay, we know what days we about to drop, and we know what we can potentially expect, and we doing different things, and you know, putting out different campaigns to beat that high score. You know.
Yeah, and one thing I like about this, like the whole time we like documenting what we're doing, so it's like we know how we're gonna get to the next level, and then for people who like watching this, like we could tell them like,
yeah,
this how we got here.
Exactly, because like it was a lot of people that, you know, when I broke down the science behind the $5.99 shirt and how much money that you can make off selling $6 shirts, they couldn't believe it.
Right.
You know, and what I realized through that was it's a lot of people that just don't know, like the starting point, which is how to get the shirts for the cheapest possible. You know what I'm saying? Like people are still paying $11 for the screen printed shirts. And having to sell it at $25 just to, you know, double their money.
Right.
And like, I think if everybody understood where to get a $2 shirt from, what I'm doing wouldn't be that, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be that out of the ordinary.
Right. Asking, like when I'm raising my prices, like you knew, like instead of paying 10, you could sell it for 10.
Yeah. And and people like, man, like, you know, okay, cool. So if I sell it for 10, at what point do I start raising? It's like when you know, like when it's time to raise it, you know. But look, like prime example, like I don't have to raise my prices from 10 if I don't want to.
Right. And I was about to say that, like we had a point where if we wanted to, we could raise the prices, probably make a few less sales,
just a little bit. Yeah.
We'll probably make a few less sales, but make more money.
Yeah.
And do less work. But like what we're doing now, we've been talking about like, should we lower our prices?
Right. Yeah.
Like,
we're talking about should we lower it, because like what the most important part of it all is the information. Right, Jay?
Mm-hmm.
Because we can leverage that information in so many different ways later.
Yeah.
That has, you know, like, you know, I have the information. You know what I'm saying? Like, we see what text messages do. We see what an email blast do with a good product. And it's just like, without access to that information, who are we? We're a brand new company. You know what I'm saying? From the followers to the emails to the text messages. If we don't have that information, we starting from scratch.
Right.
With that being said, I think it's a good segue to talk about the returning customer rate. Tori wanted to mention that.
Okay.
So with that, some numbers on it, like with that, looking at the 621,000 or 630,000, that's 22,000 orders or 23,000 orders. That's a total of, let's see how many pieces it was.
73,000 pieces, right?
63,000 pieces on April 1st, but together 73,000 pieces. Then a returning customer rate of average of about 50%.
Remember we was talking about that, like all our designs right now has just been the box logo or the Just Guide.
Yeah.
So it's like, are our customers gonna come back and buy the same shirt again? And it's like,
and an average order value of $27.
And I was talking earlier, like just trying to wrap my mind around the numbers, like putting everything in perspective, right? Can you look up the capacity of Phillips Arena? Like the amount of people that bought from us in that 12-hour span.
21,000.
We could have sold out Phillips Arena with our customers that day.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you like,
that's crazy. I've been to a game.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like just let that, like just let's just have a moment, like just have a moment and think about that. The amount of people that ordered from us on that day.
Well, that's pretty impressive. But with the amount of pieces, we could put a shirt in every seat at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. 71,000 seats at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's a pretty cool way to
That's a cool way to look at it, yeah.
Because that's people, that's customers and seats. But if you do if you spread it one shirt and every single
like a playoff game where everybody get a shirt.
But in like one of the biggest stadiums in the world, 71,000.
That's crazy, man. And I'm always like kicking myself because every time we have days like this, I want to document what the factory is like. You know what I'm saying? Like from start to okay, this like even before like okay, this is what we finna do. Like that's a movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, those are like kind of the funniest days because I'm like me and you are running around like talking. We're like, all right, the text message, gotta call Charlie. Where's the ad at?
Right.
And then it's interesting though because usually we're slower when we have these really big sales, so the factory itself is kind of like what's going on?
yeah. Like as far as it's not a lot to do.
Yeah,
because everything is we probably got everything out.
We try to zero it out as low as possible before having like a monster day like this.
Yeah, and then because even customer service, was like back was up against the ropes and was like what's about to happen, and then boom, we drop it, and they get 100 emails from people just simply messing up the address, in the first hour. So yeah, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. And there's not a lot of people that really know, It's not a lot of people that really know that this is going on. Do you think we get the recognition we deserve, Jay?
As a brand, no. Cuz I don't know how to describe it. It's like I think now with the amount of shirts out there, people are starting to recognize how big it actually is. But
what you think, Tori? You think we?
I don't think we do.
Nah.
Yeah.
It's me even being on the outside. Like coming in day one, I saw the numbers we were doing. It's like, dang, I didn't know they was doing this. So it's like everybody on the outside. Like we talk about all the time, like customers. So we talk about customer service. So it's like somebody ordered a shirt, they worrying about they order. So they just thinking about that one thing, not knowing that.
Like why y'all can't just ship me? Like it's right there. Right. I know y'all got the shirt.
I'm in Atlanta. Like I stay 10 minutes from the factory.
If customers are thinking like that, we're not as big as we actually know we are.
Right.
Especially like when I'll see an email here and there where it's like, I wanted a custom shirt with orange and pink lettering. Is that possible? Like imagine me emailing like Nike. Supreme or Nike or like a huge brand like. So I was wondering,
could you put my name on the back? Yeah, we used to get that a lot. Maybe it's somebody from the old days. They used to come in the store and we would do like something custom for them. Yeah, but nah, this is we in a good space right now. In spite of everything that's going on, I'm trying to stay optimistic with everything, as far as like when we'll be able to open the store back. Because I just put a nice size AC unit in there for the first time, and I was really ready to take it for a spin this summer. I was thinking about events, like music, the music events, the entrepreneur events, because we never really dove in because we knew in the back of our mind it would either be too cold in the store or too hot. It was very rare that, we would get it just right where people was like comfortable. So yeah, I'm excited about that, but I'm in no rush. I want to make sure everybody's healthy. We can, do what we need to do.
So within like 3 days, April 1st through the 3rd, maybe 4 days, we did more in revenue than we did in the entire fourth quarter of 2018, which is the last time these people saw this podcast.
So in 3 months?
In 3 months, we did $730,000 like when we were active with this podcast, it was Black Friday,
Yeah.
and then it slowed down. So that was like the last time we spoke to y'all, and that was 730,000 in 3 months, and then 3 days in 2020, we did 720,000.
So just to give people perspective as to why we haven't been podcasting.
Yeah, but also the growth.
We've been busy. Yeah,
we've been busy.
Right. So now we back, and we've broken a bunch of codes. You know, drop on. You know, we got a lot of secrets we got to expose about this industry. You know what I'm saying?
We should get one of those.
Oh yeah, like I can.
Because you can just set up a pad. Yeah,
I can add it. You know, I can just.
I know, but it'd be cool.
Oh yeah, that would be cool. I don't know how to. I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Like I think if you just add another layer, and it's the drum pad.
Yeah. So. Yeah, man. I'm in a good space. How you feeling with everything going on in the in the world? Like how you feel like you holding up? Like, you know.
I think I'm in a very fortunate position.
Yeah.
My parents aren't very affected. My dad's doing all right, and my mom's doing all right.
Yeah.
My brother was at school, but now is at home with them.
Yeah.
We're obviously still working, so I'm not out of a job.
Right.
So I'm feeling very blessed.
Yeah.
But terrible things is going on right now, and a lot of people are out of work and struggling. But trying to maintain a positive attitude.
I want to see how we can like do a giveaway on this podcast, maybe like $500 to a small business. Like,
that'd be great.
How would we do that? We probably should have talked about this before.
Yeah, but we always make it work. Probably in the comments.
Yeah.
If you're watching this podcast, you could comment and
let
us know about your business. And
should we put it on Instagram, or should we just do it for the people?
I think we should do it for the people that like will watch this, because I think they're subscribers. They'll get a notification when this goes up. I mean, last time we did like the little fluke podcast, even that got like 50 comments or something. So.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, most people who watch this, they're gonna be business owners, entrepreneurs.
Yeah, and also, man, like, comment, and subscribe, man, because that's very important, man. We need your feedback. We need people to subscribe. We want to build this platform to help other people around the world, because it's free information. We haven't really did too much details on this podcast. We just been trying to give y'all an overall summary of what's going on, but God willing, we're gonna continue to do this podcast, and just try to drop gems and give information, and occasionally we may drop a $9.99 ebook. You know what I'm saying? Not forcing you to buy it, but it's there if you want to support. But we're gonna still give you the information for free. We just gonna package it up in a nice, neat book for you, and if you want to get that, cool. If you just want to watch the podcast and get the information, that's cool too.
Would you buy an ebook?
No. No. I think after giving a little thought, what I would pay for would be a one-on-one consultation. Like, if I can get I think something about the seminars, it's like very general. Like, if I paid $100 to go see Gary Vee yell at me, I wouldn't, like I said, I feel like it's not. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just not for me.
If you were starting a brand, would you pay me $250
to talk to you specifically? Yeah, I would pay for what?
What's the most you would pay me?
For what, an hour?
Yeah, 3 hours.
3 hours?
Yeah.
Probably like $500. 3 hours is a good I can talk to someone for 3 hours, and like if you come with a game plan, and you're open, no holds.
Yeah, you know how I am.
Yeah,
yeah. That's what I did too. I did the $350, the one-on-one with you at the store. I met you at the store at that time.
I think I met you at the store, and then I met you at the factory once.
Right. But I did the one-on-one, and then the entrepreneur brunch. I sent my girl at the time to the brunch. I didn't go to the brunch. She went there.
Yeah.
Learned about everything. But I met with you one-on-one.
Yeah, you did.
That was map everything out and ask everything I need to ask, and then.
Yeah.
But yeah, $350 I think for one-on-one. Are you offering one-on-one consultations?
No, not right now.
My price is $200 for 3 hours. I was about to say, man. At J_Bruce.
Right, they're gonna get all the information from y'all. It's like the True Value brand, where it's like, hey, I'm not hungry.
It's not branded as you talk to Mr. Sherrod Simpson, but
No, but was it worth it though?
Yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, it's really gonna be the same stuff you getting for free.
overall,
But it's like, then when you paying with a 1-on-1, it's like, because normally most people, they not like you. They gonna give you some free stuff, but it's always more behind it. So when I met with you and it was like the exact same thing,
Yeah.
like part of me was like, dang, I just spent $300 to hear the same information. But the other part of it is like, all right, confirmation like this is it. Like, this is the whole thing, and it's
Right.
work. And then when I want to go do it, it's like, just even if it's that alone, just the confirmation, it's like $300 to make what I was making with my brand and what I'm making now. It's like, okay.
Right. Yeah. Nah, that's funny. Because I always worry about that. You know, like, are people feeling like they've been gypped, or do they feel like they got their money's worth? And every one of all of the one-on-ones that I did, people would say like, man, you know, we appreciate it, and you know, it worked. So
It's a simple concept.
yeah, it's simple. And we was talking about it yesterday. I don't know which one of y'all was talking to, but it's I think it was Jay, because it seemed like I'm saying somebody else's script, you know, because like it's the same thing every time. It's like where did this guy get this information from? Like who is he? And it's like really stuff that, you know, I've just come to realize works, you know. And in 5 years, like if I can give you all this 5 years worth of, really more than 5 years, because I had personal in 2011 or 2012, so 8+ years of game and you know what I'm saying? Or in a podcast or in a 3-hour meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course it's not going to be every single detail, but do this. Definitely don't do that. Try this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, you know, like, I think it's worth it. Back to the marketing. So, Drake has this, we got anything else to talk about?
I was going to. My other marketing topic was Joe Exotic.
Oh, okay, cool.
But you can start with Drake. That
Okay,
was mine
cool.
too. Outside. So I guess we're going to try to talk about outside marketing things.
Yeah.
That are just interesting.
Yeah.
As an added bonus to the podcast, right?
Exactly. Yeah, we'll talk about. I think we should look up other brands too. Like maybe that should be a thing too, where we search other brands and kind of like dissect what they're doing.
Okay.
I think that would be cool.
Like a brand critique.
Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe that can be a thing. Like, you know, if you want us to critique your brand, like, you know.
Oh, definitely. That would be fun.
You know what I'm saying? We can look at it and say.
It's gonna be like, who's gonna be the nice guy? Who's gonna be the?
I think Tori could be like Simon. But yeah, go ahead. You came up with this idea, Joe Exotic.
Oh, you don't want to talk about Drake first? You started talking about.
All right, cool. So we who talked about it first? Did you bring it to my attention?
I asked you. I was like, what did you think of?
What did I think
the
of
Drake song? And like, you know, it's a pretty clear intent to be made into the ever viral
TikTok.
Talk take.
Right.
TikTok.
So the thing is, when I saw it, I knew exactly what it was. Like, you know, he did a dance video, and I was like, okay, I understand why he did that. But then it was like, most things just happen so organically. Like God's Plan went diamond organically, I think. Key, that happened organically with
it was a
Shiggy.
girl that made. Oh no, he made the video, right?
Yeah. And then it was like, you know, this is the first time I've ever seen Drake reach, you know, for like, it was very specific.
Because in that other one, the Shiggy one, like Drake made a song, someone else, like how the usual TikTok. Now I can't say right. TikTok.
Yeah.
I'll feel old. TikTok or Instagram video format is song totally unrelated to dance. Some like a comedian or like bored girl in their room will make a dance to it.
Yeah.
It catches on as a challenge, and then now that song is huge.
Right.
But like that was the Shiggy video.
TikTok
that's how it works
on
right?
Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
But this was Drake kind of like already packaging this dance for you.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
there is a dance. Like
Yeah,
this is
right.
the official dance.
Right. And he's doing it, and it's like, so I'm, you know, I guess we won't know until, you know, the numbers come out as far as like it going triple diamond or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we was just talking about it. Could it just work because it's Drake,
Mm-hmm.
or will it flop because it's like that's not how this works?
Yeah, like it's inorganic in the sense that usually the big dance songs is like
Like they play,
if you try, it's like kind of like, well,
right.
we're not gonna listen to that. Like,
Yeah. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. Because most stuff just happens organic.
how do you think like older songs that had dances to them, like a Soulja Boy, Lean with a Rock with It, older songs like that? How do you think they would have competed in the age of Instagram and TikTok? Because back then it was just like a party thing.
Yeah.
Or like YouTube was like a thing, but not.
Yeah, it was
not
just
really.
it was to do at a party. It was like it was a thing. Big white.
Like, do you think these artists would have had like these diamond level hits off of like their dance songs?
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for it to happen organically. You know, in a space before you know, like all TikTok and Instagram does is like put steroids on it, like jumper cables. So I think so.
Because those songs are more like Drake's newest song in the regard that it's like, I have this dance for y'all. like
right.
Here's the
this
dance.
Is how it works.
This is exactly how we do the dance.
Right. Yeah.
Just a thought.
Yeah, it's interesting. And the crazy part about it is those songs are so old that it's new to that generation. So something could happen where Lean With It, Rock With It, or Laffy Taffy resurfaces, and it goes like platinum again.
Do you think those artists should try to like re-release it with like a modern artist, like to like a?
I think it
like
just
how late is it to remix a song? Like
I think it just has to happen organically.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I just think it has to happen organically. It's like the little John, like the that was the thing for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Baby Come Give Me Something. That song is 2-3 years old. Baby Come Give Me Something. Oh, that song is 2017, 2018. That's not like something they just That's like so. It has nothing to do with when it came out. And a lot of the music that people was dancing to is timeless, you know. And like back in 2005, 2006, when the whole Lean With It, Rock With It. So all it's gonna take is for somebody young to get on that, introduce it to the young people. The old people already know, so it won't be something that they will reject. They'll be like, "Oh, you playing that? Like this from my day." So then they'll get involved, and it'll become like it could be bigger than anything because it's something that the older generation is probably more accepting to. Like even with the young jock, meet me in the trap, going down. Like,
and some of these dances are like way easier than like the popular TikTok dances that are like,
oh yeah, TikTok,
lots of steps and like a lot going on. But then Drake came in with like this is a very simple like
right,
3-step dance.
Yeah, it's genius because it's simple. It's he's Drake. Like he can do that. I'm just interested to see like the numbers. Like, is this gonna be his biggest song ever?
What is his biggest song ever?
I think God's Plan. Shout out to Drake for that too.
That was the first $10 tee.
It was one of our biggest shirts, God's Plan. And the crazy part about it is I heard it way before it came out, like randomly on the blog. And I thought about making the shirt, and I didn't make it until he dropped the song. And I'm like, dang, we could have got the one up where it's like, dang, God is dope. Did it first. But okay, cool. So next topic, Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic, the YouTube sensation. What's the series called? Is it just called Joe Exotic?
The Netflix sensation?
Oh, Tiger King.
Tiger King. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Netflix sensation. Sorry.
Yeah. So we came up with this idea. Do we want to shout out the source or no? Okay. So we came up with the idea.
Wait, what was the source of the idea?
Chinatown?
Oh, okay. No, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I forgot what it was. Yeah, so I bought a Chinatown Market shirt. It's one of my favorite brands.
Because we got on the topic based off of like customers not understanding, not reading.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Okay, we got on the topic because my girlfriend bought me a Chinatown Market shirt.
Yeah, you
And-
definitely got to clear that up.
Yeah,
You probably would have.
she's gonna see this. I bought you.
It's like you bought it?
Yeah. She bought me a Chinatown Market shirt, a Joe Exotic Chinatown Market shirt, because we watched the series. I thought it was hilarious. And it says, free Joe Exotic till it's backwards. It's a good shirt.
Oh, snap.
Yeah. And I guess they were doing pre-orders for it, essentially, because they said that they would ship on the 10th. And
So that shirt is going to be relevant because he's not getting out no time soon. So
yeah.
yeah.
So they're, they posted about it. It was in the product description, similar to how we kind of let people know about shipping times and, same thing. And I guess they're still getting a lot of questions because then they made a post saying they're a little more on the edgier side of things. So I think that they're cool to kind of be snappy back at their customers. So they're just like, y'all just don't read. Like,
Right.
We told y'all kind of thing. And that got us talking about the Joe Exotic thing. And I asked them, Tori and Sherrod, if they'd seen the show and how crazy it was. And we're just like, Sherrod was like, why don't we have a Joe Exotic shirt? It's popular. Like,
Right.
everyone knows what it is. It's like the number one show on Netflix right now.
Yeah.
By far. And just because, the other characters are pretty wacky, but Joe Exotic's like the most
He's
crazy.
the standout.
Do you think the show would be as popular as it is if we weren't all quarantined? Or staying at home, everyone's just watching stuff.
I think it would be because it's been shows on Netflix that's went viral without.
Yeah.
That's way less interesting.
Exactly. Yeah, this is the craziest thing I've ever seen. So if you haven't watched it, watch it. It's pretty entertaining.
Yeah, it is. Like it's stuff that you won't even believe. You like then it'll go off into the next episode. You're like, what?
Yeah, they don't even address how something will happen and they'll just all right, next thing. But that's a project we're trying to do by next week. I have a mullet wig on the way. We have the sample at the sample.
Are they on the way?
Yeah.
Did we get the zebra too?
No, I didn't do the zebra one.
Oh, okay. I thought I seen something on
I had a zebra thing on my computer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But should we do just the tiger print, or should we try to milk it and do a cheetah print and
I think we should do tiger, zebra, and maybe something else, just to
do an exotic animal
yeah
selection?
But the promo would be
Okay, cool.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you know, but it's
So I think it'd be funny to do a swipe where it's regular model, the zebra shirt, regular or two regular pictures, and then I'm modeling the Joe Exotic one. It's clearly the reference.
Right.
The exotic collection. That's
dang. Yeah, that's a nice name.
So I'll do the
God is exotic. No, that's a joke.
But yeah, those are
God is essential though.
Oh yeah, that was a good idea. God is essential.
Did I send you that?
Nah, Jay
I told him about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's a word that's going around, that's trending right now. Essential businesses. Okay, cool. So did we cover everything we need to cover?
Yep.
Oh, one thing I wanted to do was the climax challenge.
What's that?
You know what that is? Where they sing Usher's climax song.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, man, I don't know.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
All right, sing it.
All right, here we go. Going nowhere fast, we've reached our climax. We're together, now we're undone. Won't commit, so we choose to run away. Do we separate? Oh, don't wanna give it, so we both gave up. Can't take it back. Climax.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good, right?
You've been practicing that
No. I practiced once.
once.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna do it.
Have you taken any vocal lessons since you started Shroud Can't Sing? No?
No, sure, I can't sing.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
no, I haven't taken any vocal lessons. I'm just, for some reason, I'm pretty good at.
That,
I think that's falsetto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds a lot better than your other singing. Not that your other singing is bad, but
This is.
it sounds.
This one sounded pretty good.
Yeah, it sounded pretty
It
good.
could be the mic. It could be the fact that I got water right here. You want to hear it again?
No.
Okay. It's not that good, but
No, it's just a whole. Yeah.
yeah, you just don't want to
It's
hear
a
it.
whole thing.
Yeah. It's like,
It's a stop and sing. Like you already sang.
yeah. You don't want to, like,
No.
yeah, you don't want to replay. I get it. All right, cool. So we signing off.
Yeah. Like, comment, subscribe.
Please like, comment, and subscribe. Please, this is very important. We need this. We want to see what y'all think. We want to, get the brand out more, get the podcast out more,
Any
get
questions?
the message out more.
Any questions? You can submit them to
Yeah,
the comments.
Yeah, ask questions in the comments. We'll answer some of them next time. We'll open up answering questions.
You can send us stuff to wear. We used to do that.
We used to do that. I think people are probably tired of our crap because a lot of people sent some stuff that we didn't really review or wear. So
We can try it again.
Yeah, we can try it again. Try it again. Send us some stuff. We'll definitely wear it. This is Jay's brand right here.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to talk about that, or you want to just wear it and just product placement? Dang, everybody got okay.
I thought
Okay.
about it earlier.
I'll talk about it. So I don't really have a brand, but I have my own website, jbrazil.com, and I was just selling stuff for fun. This is a shirt I made, a Guess knockoff shirt, in the spirit of one of my favorite brands, Chinatown Market. They do that a lot.
Okay.
So I just made it to just
You
for
made,
me.
you made some decent money off there, right?
Yeah, I sold almost 100 shirts. So
Damn.
and they're I didn't follow the God is Dope model because I didn't really this wasn't for that. I just made shirts and they were like $35 each. So
Yeah.
which is like the opposite of what we preach on here, like $9.99.
Yeah.
But
even people that work here, they don't listen. So
no, I mean
if y'all don't
I
listen,
didn't-
you didn't do it for
intentionally
that.
didn't listen.
Yeah.
but yeah, just a shirt I made.
Yeah.
But if you like it, I still have a couple. I think jbrazil.com.
Oh damn. Okay, I didn't know that was the thing.
Mm-hmm.
J Bruzal.
Yeah, jbruzual.com.
Okay. Want to plug your brand?
It's product placement right now.
Just product placement. All right, cool. Podcast in the books. Peace. Like, comment, subscribe.